Okay guys, now that we are on the REPL home screen, we can go ahead and create a new REPL in Python. Let's call this one day 1 because it's day 1 of our lessons. Now, this should be what you're greeted with, or yours might look a little bit different than mine because my layout is on stacked and not side by side. But I'm just gonna keep it on side by side for now because we can always change that later. Okay guys, so we have the blank screen. We should have already tried running it so that when we run it again, the only thing that comes up is this white cursor and this orange arrow. And now we can write our first ever line of code. Well, our first ever line of Python code for some of you. So what we're gonna do is we're going to write this and exactly this because computers, they're not the smartest things in the world, man. They do a lot of cool stuff, but mostly because us humans teach them how to do that cool stuff using very, very specific language. So what you're gonna type is print, Print, all lowercase. And then you're gonna put a parentheses. Now, if you type one parenthesis out, then the other should already be completed for you because REPL helps you work smarter and not harder. And after you have the print and the two little parentheses, what you want to do is you want to make a quotation mark, the kinds you use when you're talking about something a person said in like a story that you're writing. And this is where we can customize what we print. Now, what the print function does is, well, hang on, let's try it out first. Now, it's kind of like an unspoken rule of coding that whenever you're using something to test, to test like a new language or a new IDE or a new file, you should always use the words hello world. Hello world. And then you can put an exclamation mark, or like some people put a comma in between. It's really up to you. So we have our hello world message over here. Print parentheses, quotation marks, message, hello world. And we are going to press the green run button. We could also use a shortcut, but I'm just gonna press the run button since it's right there. And what should happen is that the exact message that you put into these quotation marks should now be displayed on this little console tab, hello world. And it doesn't matter if you didn't like have the comma or the quotation mark, you should still see exactly what you wrote inside these quotation marks. This is because unless you explicitly tell it to, like you straight up go up to your computer and tell it, hey, edit whatever I have in between these two quotes, or my string. We'll talk more about that later. Your computer is not going to edit it. It's just going to take exactly what you wrote and spit it out onto the console for whoever's reading it to see. Now, we could also write pretty much anything else in here. Like, my name is Prosy. Or, I guess we could also just use a placeholder name like Alex or Brian or Daisy. I like Daisy. So let's go with Daisy. My name is Daisy. Let's print it. And we get the exact same thing. My name is Daisy. Same everything. Now you could put your own name in here. So let's try my name is Prosy again, because my name is Prosy. and you get the exact same thing you put in. And that is a print statement in Python.